I think we all knew that this video was coming. I've been enjoying this deck so much. It was almost mandatory that we had to do a paper deck profile for the Reptile DandyWarrior build that I've been playing. So let's just get into it straight away. First off, we got the Reptile boss monsters, which are 2 Anantas and 2 Vaskis. I was playing 3 Ananta and 1 Vaski because of the logic that like Vaski is searchable and Ananta's kind of like Ab-Zero where everyone just feeds the next one basically. But in practice, you really do want that second Vaski pretty often. There are a lot of times where I missed it, and it's sort of the main point of synergy too with the Dandelion quick draw plant stuff as well, because that's how you cheese it out. And then Ananta is kind of, having 2 of it in your hand is not great actually. You'd much rather just like summon it a little bit less frequently and have them beat bigger, rather than just like replacing one with another 600 one. It's pretty weak and it's only going to trade 1 for 1. So I think 2 and 2 ended up being the better ratio on these guys. Then for the rest of the reptiles, we have 3 of the turtle. The turtle's like the best one. It's a really, really good recruiter. It's 2k defense, which is very nice in a ton of matchups as well. Can be really obnoxious for like hero beat and stuff. They pretty much just have to gem spark it or something at some point, which is great. And then of course it's like got a Sangan like search effect with it's more like a card trooper that searches. Where it's destroyed, you get a search. It doesn't miss timing like Dupe Frog or Dim Elk or any of that. So it's actually very good. And it goes great with Offerings to the Snake Deity as well, and it's just another reptile. Then we play 1 of this guy only because he's 1800, and you just need like a decent beater to search, really, that's a reptile. And then we play the Naga. The Naga is good for walling. It's basically like a can't be destroyed by battle, Spirit Reaper type thing. So it sets things to 0, which can also be good for... You can just like crash with zeros in this format too, which is pretty nice. So it effectively outs things by itself, even if you don't have the Voski or the Scylla follow-up. So they're both just like pretty good one-offs to have in here. All right, that's all the reptiles. We got Gores, Trag. We're just gonna have a bunch of sort of staple quick draw dandy stuff. So double Caius, I mean, these are just good cards. I don't know what to say. I've really been a fan of the 2-off ratio in here. So we got like 2 of everything: double quick draw, double debris, double dandy. Pretty much, yeah, just like 2 of all that stuff. I think is kind of the best ratio for here. I think triple quick draw is warranted if you're on shell, but obviously we don't have room for shell in here. And then double debris, double Caius, I think is pretty much always correct for quick draw decks as well. And I really like Gorge Trag, and I just play them and everything. So I don't know, just a bunch of good monsters in like a quick draw dandy deck. Speaking of which, we got these 2. Just more floaters, more starters. This gets you the other half of your quick draw dandy combo. We do a good bit of milling in here. Mainly, there's like a couple reasons. I'll explain later, but that's why I run the Trooper as well. And it's just a good debris target. And then in terms of more milling, we have the final 3 monsters, which are the Raikou and the Charge. I went with Raikou Charge just because we're mainly on this package to mill. We want to set up our graveyard. There's actually quite a few reasons. First of all, you can mill Dandy to get it in rotation, which is very good. You can mill to set up your debris dragon plays, and you need to mill to fill up your grave with reptiles for Ananta. So there's like several kind of key reasons why you need to mill in here, which is why we're on Charge Raikou. I don't like Hamster. I think that card is too slow, and it really like overexposes you in this deck, especially to like the frog matchup for no reason, when it's like you already have the big 2k defenders that you can set, and the Hamster is just kind of like more set monsters that you don't really want. So I'm just on Charge Raikou for now. We're not on Titanial Lone Fire or anything. I'm increasingly just not maining those in anything. I think there's matchups where they kind of suck, and then also they're just hyper bricky. Like they don't provide this sort of utility that the Raikous do in terms of removal either. So they just lose more to oppression, and then like also they're like if you draw Titanial, the 2 Lone Fires are now bricks. So it's just drawing Titanial I hate so much. It's so awkward. I'm just trying to avoid playing them in anything. And then we got the Foolish Burial because basically just to send Dandelion. you kind of have to play it just as another way of setting up Vosky. So yeah. Allure, there's a ton of darks in here. Not quite enough to play Dad. I was on Dad at one point, but I ended up taking it out. But there's more than enough to play Allure for sure. Then we just got staples, so Brain Control. Shouldn't need to explain that. Spell Trap Removal. Cold Wave kicks ass in this deck. Cold Wave is amazing. It's crazy with Ananta because you can just like wave, drop Ananta, hit over something, pop a back row. And then if they like can't get rid of it without spell traps on their turn, you just gotta pop something else next turn. So Wave is incredible in here. Just really crazy card to have with the Ananta. And then also like it's just okay in quick draw. I mean, you can like wave into Raiko Caius, or you can wave into Debris Black Rose. So there's like other reasons to play it, but mainly we are only including it because we have the Anantas as well. And I really liked how this card's performed. And then the standard spell trap removal, we're on the MST heavy. Finally, our defensive lineup. Got the GOAT, sets up Vasky. We got one Book of Moon. I think Book is like the best sort of random generic defense card you can play in quick draw because it deals, I mean, it's just the most versatile, and it deals with like Fossil Dynamite cheesing your Drill Warrior and stuff too. So I'm on one random book for my just miscellaneous back row. And then the Traps 2 Offering. This card's too good not to play, especially with the Reptilian Gardener. Yeah, it sucks that Book of Moon will like fizzle it, but that's still a 1-for-1 trade. And when you do resolve it, it's absolutely crazy. It's basically like Icarus Attack, but you get to go positive because you get to search off of your guy. And you can use it with the other reptiles as well. It's just another form of removal, which is great in this quick draw deck because it means you just have so many ways of dealing with annoying like floodgates and aggressive pressure and stuff. This deck generally deals really well with the aggro matchups that I think quick draw usually struggles with. And this card and the general reptile lineup are part of the reasons why. I think those cards just really punish your opponent for putting stuff on the field, and I think this is something that the quick draw deck really benefits from. And then we just got Call the Hunted. He plays so many floaters, so it's just a great chainable back row to have. And then you can bring back something big if you really want to, especially if you make like a synchro play and it dies or something. But generally, you just want to like, I don't know, chain this and bring back the Reptilian Gardener and Search or something. Trap Dust Shoot, Solemn, Mirror, Torrential, you know, good cards, whatever. Next we got the Extra and the Side. I actually am doing a side deck. I think this is my first time actually doing one, but I had the card, so. The Extra is super self-explanatory. I mean, we're only playing Quick Draw and Debris, so we're just on a bunch of Quick Draw and Debris things. So Double Drill, I don't think there's any way you could ever need 3 of this, so I'm on 2. The second one does come up sometimes, so I think 2 is fine. Turbo Warrior, it's the other good 6. We play the good 7s. We play the bad 8 just in case, you know, you never know. Double Caveratech Fortress Dragon just because we have room. And then the Dragon Debris targets are Iron Chain, Black Rose, or Ancient Fairy Black Rose, whatever. Double Stardust, Dark End. You could potentially make this in like game 2 with DD Crow plus Trag, or Trag plus, you could maybe make it with Trag plus Sangan or something. I don't know. There's like a way. So I play it anyhow just because. And then 1 RDA. So yeah, I mean, the Extra, it's super, super spacious, so you can kind of just mix it up with whatever you want. There's a lot of flex slots. Now for the side deck, I do side the Lone Fire Titanium. I mentioned I don't main these because I don't like them in the main, but they're really good against like Frogs and Gladiator Beasts and stuff, so they got some decent matchups. I think they're worth siding for sure. Double Vanities, mainly for like the Mirror or Frogs or just like some random high roll crap. Like, I don't know. Maybe Dragon Turbo or something. I don't know. There's like a lot of matchups where it's just decent to have this as an option to bring in. Cyber Dragons. I mean, do I really need to explain those? DD Crow, same deal. Play those in every side deck, really. Minecon. Yeah, it's just great against Hamster Raikou decks. And you play Raikou too, so if you steal Hamster, you can just get a Raikou from your deck, so it's pretty good. The other 2 Book of Moons. They're great for like post-board against Frogs, for example, if they bring in Vanity's Fiend or Blackwings. I mean, people are just going to bring in Fossil Dynamite Vanity's Fiends a lot. So I think having these in your side are good. And they're just generally pretty good against like Blackwings or Glad Beasts too as well. They're not as good as Bottomless, but they serve like multiple purposes in here. So there's a lot of reasons why you might bring in Book of Moon. And then the traps, we've got Mind Crush Road. I play these in most things. I just think they're really good sideboard options. Mind Crush, I think, is good against like everything. Road is good against a lot of stuff too, like Lightsworn and whatnot. So I don't know. I like having it in anything where I play some amount of back row. And then the final trap is 1 T-Roar. This card's kind of good in here because you can like protect Ananta. For example, if you end on like a weak Ananta and your opponent commits to the board to try to hit over it, you can just T-Roar and then pop something on your turn, and that's pretty good. And it's got a lot of decent matchups too, like, I don't know, Dragon Turbo, Gladiator Beast, potentially like zombies. Against quick draw decks, a lot of times, like once you get your advantage loop going, people just try to randomly OTK you or something, and T-Roar is very good at dealing with that. So I like having the random one off in the side here as my final spot. Anyway, that was the Reptile deck. Hope you guys enjoyed me going through explaining all the cards. I've been having a lot of fun with this deck. I think it's pretty cool, pretty good as well. So yeah, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, become a member, share the video, all that stuff. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.